Okay, so that's on a protected view. You should.
And also for the hotel view, okay, so for drop down, the first thing you need to do, okay,
Remember when I said if there's any data set that is on the table, the moment you click on it, what will appear? Two other tabs will appear. And then you will see a tab that you are going to insert the table name. Isn't it? So now if you click outside and click right in, there's no tab and you can't even name these data sets. And because you can't name it, it's not on the table. Do you get the difference? Do you understand the difference? I'm going to show you. Okay, thank you. Let me quickly show you. Who else did a recent assignment? Have you sent it? Okay. Let me use this one as an example. Those who are online, are you following us, please? Oh God. Please let them know that we are back online in the group so that they come up. Let's say I want to add values, assuming the other table has values. You know what values are? Numbers, right? Values numerically. Let's say they have values. But let's even put some values here. Let me insert a new column. Put something like amount. Automatically adds into the table. But if this was not in the table, whatever you are adding to the table, you need to now highlight it, bold it, do all those things again. If I come over here and add something else, the moment let's say I want to add sales, or let me insert a new column. You see, the moment I insert a new column, it has automatically added that column to being part of the table. And then you can now add whatever you want. So I'm going to undo that. So for amount, we could put random numbers here. You see that it has created its own colors because it's now in a table. Right? So that's our amount. I now choose to put all of them in Naira. Okay? Go to more accounting options. Look for Naira. Look for Nigeria somewhere. What am I choosing? So this other Naira is overcut Naira. Please, everybody should have their laptops. If you don't have laptops, where is that your list? Please, write your name. Come and pick. Where is the attendance? What we want to do? We want to add everything under the amount column. So we simply click on the what? Amount. And when we are doing that, we click on the close bracket, the close square bracket, and then we close our formula with the other bracket. Do you see how this works now? And then you hit enter. Now that is the sum total. If you want to doubt, let's go to sheet number 1. Let's add all of these things, right? From C2 to where? From C2 to C9. So we come over here and then click on auto sum. Our answer is what? 432,000. We go to sheet 2. Our answer was what? 432,000. You see the difference? That is why a table is very, very critical when you are working with large data sets, especially in Microsoft Excel. And now I'm going to be calling Mr. Samuel, who is an expert in SQL Server, which is structured query language. And he'll be talking to you guys about it shortly. Of course, not without introducing himself. A table in relational database system, which he's going to be talking about shortly. You are going to be working more with tables. Programming language, again, used by a lot of data analysts. You will be making references to tables most of the time. You will not be hearing anything like go to column 1, go to column 2, go to column 3, or go to this or that, or go to cell this or that. You are not going to be hearing that in SQL Server. You'll be hearing go to table this. And when you hear go to table this, basically we are calling each of the tables that we have named. But again, SQL Server works in such a way that if you are well structured, or if you well structure your data set, the tables already come with their names. So all this is a female or the gender table where you have males and females. The other is the cars table where you have different brands of cars. The other is the poor people's table where you have and you have the rich people's table where you have all the flashy things. So that is the type of relationships that are being discussed under that programming language. Mr. Samuel, are you alive? Yeah, question.
Yeah, I don't know, you need to take all about this table. I don't know if it's the version or using, because you can't progress to where you have data mining and all of that. The highest we're having is design.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Data mining, I use it for my, it's a data science tool. If you click on it, take for instance, let me show you. If you click on data mining, if you click on data mining, you see, you are seeing a lot of data science tools. From explore, clean data, classify, estimate, cluster, retrieve, forecast, advance, mostly classification metrics and things that have to do with it. So it's really like advanced. There's no analyze. Okay, yeah, it's your version of Excel. You can have like, maybe your version you have like 3 tabs. You have like 3 tabs. How many tabs do you have? Like when you click on the table. The only table design, you don't have analyze. Yeah.
It's even over here. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Okay, let me just share. I started my career in insurance group, even though I studied microbiology. I studied microbiology back then in school. But along the line, I decided that, okay, because I've always had this data knowledge, right? I've always been inclined in data. So I decided to further in my skill. So I enrolled for courses, I did some personal reviews, and here I am today, the business analyst at Dahel Consult. And I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I'm also a Microsoft certified data analyst. So I bring on board a lot of experience and a lot of skill. Yeah, so let's now go deep into what RDMS is all about. I saw that David was trying to walk with you Excel. Yeah, so I think you are not, let me ask, if you want to rate yourself, are you under beginner or you call yourself intermediate? Can anybody just unmute and tell me? Will you call yourself beginner in data or intermediate? Beginner, right? So you are a beginner, so I should go with you having the mind that you know nothing about RDMS. So okay, so I'll not be asking you questions then. I'll just be presenting. Okay, so what is? No, this is not my slide. Can you see my cursor?
No.
Okay. Let me just stop sharing my share. Okay. So can you see my cursor now? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, you can see it. You can see it. Now, let me just ask someone, basically, let me call names, and I want somebody that is actually in the, that is on site. I want someone that is on site to just give me answers. Yeah, it is actually a language for you to be able to communicate to your database, to be able to get access to your data. Now, let me go back to the beginning. Let me start afresh. I think I'm still sharing my slide. Now, what is data? I'm sure you all know what data is. Who can tell me what the data is? What is data? Yeah. Should I call of you? Hello there.
Data simply collection of information.
What did you say?
Data simply collection of information.
Okay, information. Any other person? Any other person?
Data, they are raw facts.
Okay, raw facts. Yeah. Raw facts. Okay, so yeah, you're correct. But if you, apart from facts, we deal with figures actually. We deal with facts, we deal with figures that are not processed or processed. Unprocessed facts and figures. That's just data. By the time you process it, it becomes information. Right? So, different type of database management system. Right. So you can just go here. Type of database management system. I'm sharing my full screen. Types of DBMS. Yeah, so can you see we have what? Object oriented, hierarchical, ProSQL, network, cloud, ER, distributed, relational, right? Relational. So why is it relational? Why is it different from all others? Why did they say relational? Because it contains number one, it contains structured data. Number two, there is a relationship between one table and the other. Okay, let me break it down again. Distributed and so on. In fact, there are more than this. But the most useful, the most important is this relational database. Right? That is what you'll be using most of the time. Most of the time. Why? Because the data set you are collecting is structured. Number two, your data set is saved in a table. There are some data sets that you cannot save in tables. Who can give me examples? Who can give me example of data sets I cannot save in tables? Anybody? Any intermediate person? Rows and columns, are they?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Tables and rows and columns. Can you save all that in tables?
No.
Okay, give me an example of a data that I cannot save.
Videos.
Okay, you know example. Can you save audio files, videos in tables?
No.
Which column? What's the column?
No.
Exactly. Data set like pictures, videos, sound, audio, like something like Spotify now. Spotify, you don't expect them to have tables as their, you don't expect them to have only relational database management system. Because if you want to call it a video or a music, how do you, is the music itself, is it saved in a table? So the type of database, audio man, Boomplay, Spotify we use, it's not, they might use parts might be relational, but majorly they will not use relational database, relational concept. Now, let's say I have a database for, I'm working in a bank, my name is Samuel Bank. I have, in my database, I have the employee table, I have salary table, I have customer table, I have address table. Yeah, something like that. So now, between employee table and salary table, do you know there's a relationship? Who can tell me the relationship that can occur between the employee table? We have employee name, employee age, what other thing? Okay, don't let me mention the salary. Who can tell me a simple relationship that exists between salary table and employee table? What kind of relationship can occur there?
The name.
Yes, the name. You can have employee name in employee table. You can also have employee name in salary table. So there is a relationship. That's what we call primary and secondary. So I might not really go deep today because I don't know. I don't really think I have hour to actually explain or to actually write a syntax for you and explain what primary and secondary keys are. I hope you can still see my screen. I hope you can still see my screen.
Yes.
Employee, first name, last name, right? Here I have salary, grade, I have gross salary, I have tax, and I have maybe pension or next. Let's just go to next. Okay. So now, okay, so we have this. We have these as column headers. And what? And salary table. This salary table now. In your salary, you have amount. Let's say you are collecting 2.5 million monthly. This one is collecting 340,000. Right? Different salary grade. This employee 123Q is also here. So which one will we now call primary key? Which one are we going to call secondary? First thing to understand what primary keys are is the IPs here are not recording. Is talking about the employees. So this is a primary key. We have employee ID and salary table, but it is not salary table that owns this ID. It is employee that owns the ID. So here it is what is secondary key here. Why? And another thing is when you are doing the relationship, especially, okay, sorry, you've not done Power BI. I want to start talking about the model in Power BI now. When you do your one-to-many, many-to-many, what variable character, right? Username can be what? Variable character. What is the meaning of the variable character? It can be either text, either string or integer, right? Variable. Your username can be somewhere 123, right? So navigate so far. What do you want to know? Which part is not clear? Fine. If you don't have any question, tell me, okay, yeah, you're enjoying me. And I can move on.
Mr. Sam.
I can't hear you. Okay, you're enjoying me. Enjoy. I want a female voice. So it's only the guys that enjoy it. I'm not hearing anything else.
Okay, Sam, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, you talk of types of database, and
Yes.
you emphasize on relational database. Is that where our focus is going to center on? Other aspects of database, are we still going to work on them? Can you just go more and cite examples? Thank you.
I can't really hear you. Can you please come again?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I said
You were saying types of databases, right?
Yes, you say we are going to focus on rational database and other kind of database. So I'm not asking, can you cite examples of other type of database, or is this only the rational database we are going to focus on?
Okay, I think I mentioned a lot of databases. Like it's not only. Okay, which one did I mention? Which database did I mention for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not tell you relational database. I said relational database management system. Object-oriented database management system. No SQL, hierarchical, distributed database, ER, cloud, and a lot more, right? Multimodal. It's my experience is under relational. So, but when you are talking about databases itself, there is a difference between database. That's why I was using things that you can understand. There is a difference between database and database management system. Database is like the money that is inside an ATM. Database management system is the ATM that you use, and you write SQL on. You write SQL on management system. You don't write SQL on your money. You write SQL on the ATM. And ATM will what? Bring your money out. Examples of ATMs. We have First Bank ATM. We have Union Bank ATM. This semester. All right, thank you. Thank you for the time you read. And this is where we draw the curtain. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'll clap. I think you have done well. All right. I guess we'll keep in touch, right? I will have a chat with you before we close this chapter. You know, we really get to use SQL Server a lot compared to Python. I mean, I know some of my colleagues don't even get to use Python as much as they use SQL Server. So if you are here, you want to, your plan is to become a very good data analyst. You must fall in love with either of these languages. SQL Server, top on the list, followed by Python programming. Or the two of them, as the name implies. You have to learn how to use the tools that will really help you to analyze data. And I think to contextually bring the lesson for RDMS and forward to like post-grade that we talked about, think about it this way. You run a spare parts shop. So in your shop, there is a section for tires, right? In your shop, there's a section for what else? Wheels. Yeah, in your shop, there's a section for windscreen. Those windscreens, those wheels, consider all of them to be like tables, right? Because for each of the wheels and windscreens, there are sections. The tables will contain what is the size of the wheel, right? What is the amount? What is the person that is selling the wheel? Like the manager or the salesperson attached to selling that particular wheel. And then where did you import the wheel from? You can think about any type of detail that you have attached to that person. As human beings, we are moving around like tables. I don't say that you go to talk as a table, but look at yourself as moving at a moving table. You have your hair, you have your nails, you have every of these things. There's a connection between your neck and your head. So that neck with your head is that relational database. Because if you cut it off, there's no relationship between your head and the rest of your body. It's the same thing. If you go to a spare part shop, there is a relationship between the owner of the shop and waiting there inside the shop. So the owner can own even much more other shops, other businesses. You know, we have Dahel Techies, like we're working on something now. Working for a company like Dahel, and then you are requested to call out a particular table or a particular product from company A or branch A located somewhere. Imagine a data analyst working with CBN. They want to either shut down a particular bank or give license to another bank to start operation in a certain branch. The data analyst will sit down and first and foremost look at the indicators, look at the variables. Who are those that we are going to hire? How have this branch performed? They can call out your customer or clients or whatever, and they will know how many people are depositing money in your branch, how many people you are giving loans to. So if you go to a bank now and they say they can't give you loans, it's because when you submitted your bank account, they have used this programming language to call out all your details. They will search your BVN to know whether you don't borrow from one other bank. You get? Do you understand me?
Yes.
So all the processes that contains or involves manipulating data and actually mastering it, that is why all of you are here. Abi?
Yes, sir.
You now want job farm. You are here to learn how to manipulate those things. So that if you work in some of these top companies and then you see an opportunity to belong to their data team, you can be rest assured that you should be able to know how to use these tools to pull out data. Right? Most of the time it will be ID, BVN, mean, all of these things. It's so unfortunate that if I lost now for this country, some of you will not even know. You will not be able to track me, right? Or you know, thumb printing. There's a way you go somewhere, and if you are a criminal, your thumb prints as you are dropping it. There is alarm blowing somewhere where they are looking for you. They will just know your location instantly. Your eyelids, to your nose, to your everything. There is a big table about you stored in one database somewhere. So if you go to a state, for those of you that have traveled within and outside the country, this works even very perfectly. Like I told you stories of when Nigerians are traveling, not just Nigerians, maybe other countries, the way they will search your documents, collect your passport, you see your passport number, they insert it, and they are inserting it, the guys behind, they are tracing where you have been for the past 5 years, where you were in the past, you know. They can ban you if you broke one for instance, I know the US pretty well. If you have 6 months, come as a visitor and go, but some of them will they go carry the left and no one will you. So finally, let's say you assume, okay, you are tired, you just want to go for holiday, you want to go and see your mother and come back. You forget say you don't break law. You will go, nobody will tell you don't go, you will go. But when you are coming back, that port of entry, they will look at your history. Even if you were there in the US for like 10 years and you think nobody knew, you know, just 1 or 2 codes, everything, your face, your thumbprint, everything is out. They'll say, you can't be like you come before. You break law, you remain. You say, no, let come and just carry. So you are back. Before you know it, they have deported you, or you look for another place and go. So data is very, very important. See how data is valued and manipulated. It makes a whole lot of sense to you. We'll continue, hopefully. I think we should be running up our Microsoft Excel classes on Thursday. I hope so, because we have like data modeling and cleaning classes. Let me show you. You know, to me and you, we never do like that. But the data is just what they need. The fact that you submitted your date of birth properly, not those of you that could say you were born in 1980 or 1901. Now, you can use the formula. All I need is when were you born, which month and which year, and I'll tell you how old you are. I don't need to be good with maths, just insert the formula, fine. So we are going to be doing all those things as you see on the screen, and then looking at how can you substitute when you are given something. Your manager comes, tells you, okay, we made a mistake, it's not Q1 2020, let's substitute it with 2021, and you have over 100 values. You can't be deleting 100 values over and over again. You can go there and make a whole lot of mistakes. So we're going to be looking at that hopefully so that we can, I need you guys to be so good with Excel so that learning other programming languages becomes so important. Today, so write this down. On Thursday we are going to be looking at it. So that those who are online can see what I'm doing. So somewhere. So there's assignment I want to do. We've already treated how to do drop downs, right? What else have we treated charts? Yes, we have treated charts. So please take a picture of this. Quickly, drop in it in the group. This is going to be your assessment. So do something before we go. Once you practice something. Please type this. So I remember somebody was asking a question, how can we do the reverse of what we did